Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about something very important to Islands' newest update, newest, biggest, and largest update that they have done this entire time, I think. Containing data wipes, wiping of coins, as you can see at the top right of my screen, and stuff like that. We're going to be looking at the pros and cons of these updates that have came out today. I think yesterday was correct? Yesterday. They came out yesterday and concerning a lot of people, and might just be helping a lot of others. So I have a long list of pros and a short list of cons because there's more pros and cons in this update that people are really ignoring. This update contains more pros and cons. Everyone's looking at it in the bad way before looking at the good way in the far future of it. So first on our list, we're going to be looking at the new level system. For the new level system here, such as here, for skill levels, for farming, woodcutting, and stuff like that you get for doing things around the islands and around the game entirely. They've recently changed the mob islands to contain level requirements for the next island going on and so forth. I feel like this is a good thing because this is a very big pro to this update, is to heavy down on the grind, or not the grinding, to bring up the more of the grinding to it, because without that, people honestly got to go anywhere on the island in the game to get anything they wanted via like desert islands, stuff like that, when it should be more of a challenge, more of a work up to get there. So that's one of the pros here for the update. Our second one here is the new items and animals. We're going to be getting to more of the functionality of this update and stuff like that, and then the cons. But we have new animals, such as a remodel of the cows. That's not really new because it's a cow, we had it before. But we also have a baby version of the cows. And we have sheeps now, which contain, I think, what's cloth and the new cloth loom or something. So we had that along with the new animals and new items that came along with it. We've gotten, like I said, the cloth loom, the cloth, what else do we get? We got other things such as fertility for the husbandry of animals we have in islands now. I don't remember any of the complete new items on the top of my head because I've been really grinding, getting the levels as you can see here. Either tomorrow or later today, I will be doing a video on tips and tricks for this update because I have some ideas of easy ways of getting XP and such for everything else regarding the XP ways. So let's get on to our third on the list. It's going to be a fresh start. It's a fresh start for most people, but mostly not. But it technically is because we have a fresh start of coins. We're billionaires out there are rich and can just buy every new item in the game, which kind of breaks the economy a lot more. The developers, I'm on the developer side for this one. Oh, I fell. The developer did this on complete purpose, not just to screw over the game or to not even care about it anymore. They did it to save the game. It will bring people back, and it will lose some people, but in the long run, it affects the game a big change throughout the future. I say this because this update of wiping people and stuff like that just fixes the economy entirely. They also put a, a holding limit of items here. What can I give an example for? Iron ore. Iron ore is a good example for me. I don't remember if I ever showed it in my videos, but I used to have almost 300,000 iron ore. That was not from any duping or anything. That was from doing full-on cry-iron grinding for countless of hours. When it first came out, and the first AFK iron farms came out from the only person that I can think of is DV Plays. He came out, I think, with the either first or at least second of the cry-iron farms for gathering cry-iron the fastest way. I have a cry-iron design myself that I'll be showing in tips and tricks either later today or tomorrow, like I mentioned earlier. So keep an eye out on that. I'm still trying to figure out how to AFK, animal husbandry. It is a bit of a pain to figure out how to AFK this because the animals act differently than they used to. But I'm trying to figure a way because this contains a lot of things like the sheep, the shears, the cloth, and then new items such as the industrial milker. Throughout the levels here, you can get more animals, so you can build a giant farm. You can also get a wool vacuum, and it just goes on to 95, level 95. So I'm trying to figure out how to AFK that. It most likely won't work because the animals' functions are a bit weird than they used to be. I've tested numerous things yesterday and it didn't really work out. So if I don't really find it, then unless someone else finds it, then there's nothing really we can do for that. It's all just be manual grinding. But moving on from that, it's going to be more players and players coming back. I mentioned this earlier in the recent prove of this update. More players are going to be leaving due to their annoyance towards the game, the developers for changing and wiping their expensive items and duped items such as like smelters, what else got duped? Razor blades, I think it got duped as well, you know, any other weapons and stuff like that. I think the food processors did, I don't remember, I don't recall. I don't exactly have a list of duped items here, but they got removed as well. They didn't really remove anything else prior to that. They removed the heavily duped items within the game and put a cap limit. So if you had items a bunch over or just a bit over the cap limit, it will automatically drop down to the holding cap limit into your inventory. Anything over that, it most likely won't work or something. Or I haven't figured out the cap of any items yet, or like what happens if you go over the cap limit at all, if anything even happens, or you just keep going or something. But that's a good thing to keep in mind, the cap limit, which comes up in a future thing here. Next, we're going to be having, oh wait, no, back to the thing. More players coming back, or, yeah. The con is more players leaving, but we're getting to that later. More players coming back is the main concern here, because most of the people left because they were either fully rich, they had every item in the game, or, like I said, they're fully rich, but they can most likely just buy every item that came out in the update, which really broke the economy. Meaning, big updates containing new items and stuff like that weren't really worth doing, due to it either being duped heavily, and everyone can just have it within at least a week of span. So, we're going to be moving on from that one. The economy hasn't fixed completely, I think. That I can't speak to the devs, I don't have any communication with the actual devs or Luke or anything like that, but from the updates and what I've seen, this has completely fixed the economy through a long run. Before this, we had billionaires, not billionaires, but people could become billionaires by just grinding and stuff like that. But I've seen an image of somebody having, I think it's $1 trillion or trillion coins or something in this game because of duping and stuff like that. In that case, they removed money bags and the banker in the main lobby because of this. The main reason was they were duping the coin bags, which was giving them a bunch of money. So they did that to fix that economy issue. They also put the cap limit on items, so they fixed that in the long run. The economy has been fixed by having a cap limit on the items, which is saving a lot. If they didn't do this anytime soon, they would have most likely had to do a reset via a second Islands game or something like that. Which I'm pretty sure they don't want to go through developing another game just to have it go down the same train trail that has gone through of dupers and economy breaking in the future long run. So we're gonna have the next one. There's more things to do than we used to be able to do. Before we were able to just go through every island, grind whatever we wanted, or just to sell things forever. With this new update, they added the economy stuff. For level 30, you can only buy stuff in the vending machines. So it is a bit of a pain to do that for new players because they have a bigger chance of getting scammed, which is a bit of an upseed there, like a down right there. They should not have done that, in my opinion. That's the only thing I'm more worried about. I'm not worried about myself because I don't exactly do well with scamming because I don't really trade as well. I most likely just buy stuff. But recurring to that, to doing this, it's not a bad thing. I can see why they did it, but it affects the newer players in the long run because they have a higher percentage chance of getting scammed via not being able to use the vending machines because you're gonna have to use what is it? They're gonna have to do the old trading via chest. At least I think that's what this. Okay, you can't even place. Okay, yeah, that's right. You can't even place vending machines until you're level 60. So yeah, that's the big fix they need to do, in my opinion. Everything else is doing perfectly fine. It's just either I think it's this one or this one. I think these are both the same things. This just unlocks the ability to purchase things, and this unlocks the ability to place the vending machines. So if they were to change that, it would probably be better because it helps the noobs more, the newer players. Because with that, they are more likely to get scammed via chest trading that we had to used to do before vending machines actually came out. Before the vending machines came out, I was playing. I've gotten scammed, I think, like once or twice. But I started playing a little bit before vending machines came out, so I wasn't really in a big chunk of scammed people. But still, from my time of playing this game and videos I've been making here, hanging out, having fun with my fans, stuff like that, I don't want to see people upset and quitting islands because of scamming. Hence why I'm more concerned of that than anything else, because it kind of lowers down everything and kind of forces newer players to go down a trail of most likely possibly getting scammed. So that's a big issue for me. Our last pro on the list is going to be multiple, what did it say? I forgot what it said. Okay, that's it. Possible bigger updates. With this probably helped the game a lot more. The devs are, they fixed the game to where it's on a simple level of economy. Nothing is broken, nothing's, it's just perfectly fine. Nothing is highly expensive or a bunch of the items at once. With this, they can do bigger updates in the future, containing like bigger, cooler items and stuff like that, without the fear of it being completely ruined by dupers and stuff like that. So this update was really good for that. So we can see possibly some good updates coming out in the future because of the dupers and everything else being fixed. I'm not saying duping is 100% completely fixed, because the cap limit doesn't really mean anything to them. They can just need to do it multiple times, but it does help a bit, because they can't sell a bunch to people and stuff like that. But duping, it will still be in the list in the long run, but it won't be that strong. So the cons of the update here is the duped items being wiped and your coins being wiped. Duped items I'm not really worried about being wiped, but that's just a con of the list, because everyone is angry and has hate speech just towards the developers and the game itself, and are like disliking or not even want to play anymore because they lost their precious items into their minds. The coins is a big issue for people that were grinding a bunch and were not really infiltrated with any duping. I can see that